we'll start class. All right. So today we're going to learn about using comparisons. We did a little bit of that last week, but now we're really going to get into it because there's a lot of different ways to make comparisons. We can do that with superlatives. We can do that by saying like or as. So we're going to look through those today and work through them, all right? So right here what we have is, what is this? What do you guys think this is? These two
Offer.
things. It's an offer, right? Like an advertisement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says, read the ads and the paragraph. Which computer would you buy? Underline your reasons in the text. So let's read through here. Luis, would you mind to read about this first computer?
Yeah, computer words. 1,119.99 cents.
Yep.
5 libras.
That's 5 pounds. That's actually the size
5
of pounds.
pounds.
Yeah.
5 pounds. Sorry.
That's okay.
2.8 gigahertz.
Good.
15.6 inch screen.
Good.
12 gigabyte memory. 6 hour battery. And that is the model 580.
586. Perfect.
Yeah.
Wait, 580. Where'd that come from? Okay, 580. Yep.
580.
Okay. And then Rosalie, would you read this cheap tech computer, please?
Yes. Cheap tech computer. 1,499.99 cents.
Good.
5 pounds. 4.0 gigahertz.
Good.
14 screen.
It's 14-inch, so that
14-inch screen. 16 memory. 7.5 hours battery. 680.
Perfect. Okay, so we got our cheap tech computer over here. It's $1,499.99, right? $1,499.99. And then we have its model 680, 5 pounds, 4.0 gigahertz, 14-inch screen, 16 gigabytes of memory, and 7.5 hours battery, right? So it sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is more expensive, though?
The chip
tech,
right? Chip tech.
Which one has the bigger screen?
The computer world side.
Good, the computer world side. Okay. All right, Ada, would you mind to read this whole paragraph, please?
Okay. I can't decide which computer to buy. The 580 laptop is less expensive than the 680. The 580 is a heavy as the 680, but it doesn't have as much memory as the 680. The 680 is faster than the 580, but it is more expensive than the 580. Tech support is also important. The technicians at Cheap Tech aren't as experienced as the technician at computer work.
Perfect. All right. So, which computer would you buy? What do you guys think?
Yeah. But for me, depends what I need to do in the computer, because the computer world is a basic computer maybe, and the cheap tech is a more powerful computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has a lot more memory. It goes a lot faster.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Lasts longer. Huh?
The battery lasts longer.
Exactly. Yeah. The battery lasts longer. But what are some comparisons in favor of the computer world computer? Why should we get that computer?
The technician computer world are most experiences.
Yeah, exactly. So
the technician,
Yeah, you're right. So these guys are more experienced. Yeah. Good. And what are maybe 2 other reasons why?
The price.
A price, right? That's a big
And
one.
the bigger screen.
And the bigger screen, right? So maybe
Yeah.
if you do like photography or something, like you want the bigger screen so you can like see the picture. But if you're, again, like if you really like to play video games or something, you like to do things that take up a lot of the speed, then you'd want the more expensive computer, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it makes sense. It depends on what you're using it for. What about you guys personally? So let's just say you have to buy a new laptop for whatever you do in your free time. Which one would you pick? I think I would pick this cheap one.
Me
Me
too.
too.
Yeah.
But
Like,
but
you can get on
if you
Facebook on anything, right?
yeah, if you think about it, if you only for I don't know $300 more, you can get a more faster computer.
It's
So
true.
maybe you think about it, you can invest a little bit more. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a hit for the pocket or the wallet, but
Yeah,
I think so.
exactly. It's an investment.
Investment, yeah.
Yeah. It's not necessarily spending more. You're investing in your experience, right? Maybe
Yeah.
it'll last longer. Maybe it's a better computer. It makes
Yeah.
sense. All right. I think we're good at making comparisons now. All right. So we have a couple different ways to compare things like we just talked about. And I want to go over these grammar notes really quickly, though, just so that we're aware of them as we go through. Okay? So when we add an ER than, right, so faster than, taller than,
Okay.
we add that to adjectives with just one symbol, right? So can you guys think of an example of a word that doesn't have an ER at the end of it when we compare? What about beautiful? Will we say beautifuler?
No.
No, right?
No.
So we'd say it's more beautiful than, it's less
Mm.
beautiful than, right?
Or
Or as we say,
the
faster.
slower or slower.
Slower, faster,
slower,
right?
faster.
And then we have over here adjectives ending in Y. Change the Y to I and add ER, right? So the example they gave is friendly with friendlier,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
So let's say just a quick example. Well, honestly, we'll probably get to an example down there. I don't need to give you guys one. If you don't understand it later, we'll go over an example later. Okay? All right. So we have a couple different ways to make comparisons, right? We have this one, as, right? So tall, as tall as big as, right? So you could say like, my child is as big as your child, right? I get one very frequently. People say, your dog is as big as a horse.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then we have not as blank as, right? So you're not as fat as your sister. Just trying to be funny, but I'm just mean. And then we have ER than, right? So we have here larger than, okay? Taller than, smarter than. And then we have less than and more than.
More than.
Okay?
Mhm.
So when do we add that ER? When do we add ER versus using less or more than?
When they have only one syllable.
Good, when it's only one syllable. All right. Okay, let's look here at this chart and try to fill it in. So, do you guys want me to read, or you guys want to take turns reading and then have answers too? How would you like to do this? Me read, then you answer, or you guys read and answer?
I can read an answer if you want.
Okay, Ada, you go first. Do this first sentence for me, please.
Okay. Language connection, comparing two items. When we compare two items, we
Just say blank qualities.
Yeah.
with the same
No,
quality.
the
Do you say as
This is Auda's.
Hello?
We use as, blank as, right?
Mhm.
So when we
Mhm.
compare two items with blank qualities, we use as, ... as, right? And what did you say?
With the same
Same.
quality?
Right? The same qualities. And how do you know that answer?
I guess.
You
Only I
guess. Oh no. That's okay.
Yeah,
So if
I
it was
guess
different
because
qualities, we would say
I
not
guess
as, blank as, right?
I'm sorry. No, can you say that again?
That's okay. So if we would say, if it's different qualities, we would say not as, right?
Exactly.
Not as fast as.
Not as fast.
Exactly.
Okay.
I say the same because I say as.
Exactly. If it was not as,
Mhm.
then it would be different,
Okay.
right? Okay. To make comparisons using blank syllable adjectives, such as fast, we add blank to the adjective. So what's this first one here, Luis? To make comparisons
One.
using
It's one.
is one. Good,
One.
it's one. Perfect.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then Rosalie, this one's for you. We add blank to the adjective. Do we add ing or er?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got it. We add er, right? Okay. And then this very last one, for adjectives with blank or more syllables, such as expensive, we use blank in front of the adjective. Okay, so Ada, can you answer this first one?
Yeah, for adjective with two or more syllable.
Perfect. And then Rosalie, would you mind to answer this one?
We use more.
Perfect. We got it.
Okay.
Does that make okay sense to everybody?
Yes, it makes. This
Okay.
has made sense.
Perfect. And people will still understand you. Like if you say it's beautifuler than, right? People will understand you. They just might laugh at you, right? It's just not common to say that, but you will still be understood. And you can also say like more friendly, and people won't say anything to you about that, right? Like I don't even think people will make fun of you. I didn't even know this one syllable thing till I started teaching the lesson. So if you're not sure, just always say like more blank than, more friendly than,
Okay.
more smart than, right? It
Okay.
works. It's not technically correct, but it works. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let's go on to the next page. And we already went through that, so we'll go on down here to superlatives. All right. So who knows what superlatives are? Have you guys ever heard that word before?
No.
Superlatives. This word here,
Oh,
superlatives.
it's bigger or maximum.
Yeah, right? So which one's like more than? Which one's the most than? So we use superlatives when we talk in high school. So when we graduate, everyone gets to vote on superlatives, and it's like most likely to succeed, like most beautiful hair, like most gorgeous couple, like stuff like that. And we call it superlatives because we're finding like who's the best. Okay.
How is the superlatives? No.
You got it.
Superlatives.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have it. Superlatives. Okay.
Superlative.
It is saying like in Spanish, superlativo.
Exactly. Right. Except it's superlatives. Superlativo. I guess it's the same.
It sounds. It is something different.
The emphasis here is on this word, superlatives versus superlatives.
Superlatives.
Okay, so it's superlatives. Okay. All right, so you guys, I think you'll know that pretty well just because it is like really similar to the Spanish words. Do you know what the word is in French for it, Rosalie?
Yes, the same.
The same.
The same.
Mm-hmm.
We know what we're talking about here. All right, we just got practice in English now. No problems.
The same thing. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So here again, we're going to be looking at these digital cameras. Okay. So who would like to read these first two here?
Okay.
Luis, would you mind to read for me?
Yeah. Take home a digital camera today.
Perfect.
100x 99 25.
Oh, what does it say down here?
Okay. Or less expensive camera.
Our least expensive camera. That's mine,
Or
right?
least expensive camera. Okay.
Right. Our least expensive camera. Good. Okay, and this next one as well, please.
Okay. 200C. Uh, three almost 400, but 399. That 99 or newest camera.
Perfect.
Oh.
Good. And guys, usually we would say this $399.99.
Okay, 399 and
Yes.
99 cents.
Perfect.
Okay, okay,
And that works too. But yeah, it's usually it would be like $399.99, right?
Okay.
A
In
lot of the time you could also just say, oh, go ahead.
In Mexico, when we saw this price, it's 400.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
If you guys rolled up into the shop and you're like, yo, I want that $400 camera, they wouldn't be like, oh, I don't understand what you mean. They'd be like, oh, yes, the $399.99 one. Like, they would totally get what you mean.
Okay.
They just want you to practice saying your numbers. I think that's why they added the only 79-cent things.
Yeah, the next one is 118C.
Perfect. We got you, and I just want Rosalie to read next, please.
Okay, sorry.
No problem.
Okay. I continue.
Okay. 180Z.
Good.
$159.99.
Perfect.
Our most popular camera.
Awesome. Okay. And then I'm going to give Ada a chance to read. Sorry, Luis got to read a lot, but that's okay because I told him to. Ada, would you mind to read this one?
700, I don't know how to read that.
You can just say 750.
750 XL.
Good.
$999 with 99 cents.
Perfect.
Our most powerful camera.
Right, our most powerful camera. Okay. So we have our least expensive. We have our newest, our most popular, and our most powerful. Okay?
Yeah.
So do we kind of see a pattern here about which ones get suffix added to it and which ones get a word in front of it? It has something to do with the syllables. Let's think about it.
Yeah.
What's this one? Newest. What's the root word here?
New.
New, right?
New.
One syllable. Even though this isn't an ER, it's a est.
Okay.
Because it's the most. It's
Mhm.
still,
Okay.
we add it to the end versus adding the superlative to the front, right?
Mhm.
So our newest camera versus our most new camera. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one would be our most popular camera versus our popularist camera.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So let's look here. Our superlatives again are EST or least and most.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the 100X is the cheapest camera, and the 750 XL is the most expensive camera. Okay. So cheapest here, most expensive.
Okay.
And then another way of saying that is the 100X is the least expensive camera, and the 750 XL is the most powerful camera, right?
Mhm.
So let's look specifically at right here. Okay. And most, especially these words, cheapest and least expensive. What is cheap and expensive? Are they the same or opposites?
They are the same. It's a cheaper and less expensive.
Aha, right? Cheap and expensive are different words, but then when you add in least expensive versus cheap, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. The only time that wouldn't be true, well, no. It is true. I take that back. It's always true. When you write it like that, it's always true. If it said it's the more expensive camera, it could mean that there's one that's less expensive. But the way it's written, cheapest and least expensive are the same word. Okay?
Mhm.
Cool. Okay. All right. So number one, which camera is the most expensive?
Um,
The 7
The
7
seventh one.
750.
715 XL.
Everybody, keep going. Is the
Is
The
the
most
most
expensive.
expensive.
good. Okay. All right. So number two, which camera is the most popular? Otto, which camera is the most popular?
The most popular is the, I can see now.
I'm sorry, I can't see either. I've gone crazy. All right, how do I get out of here? Okay. Which camera is
Okay.
the most popular?
The 180C
Good. What's the rest of the sentence?
is the most popular camera.
Perfect. Is the most popular camera. Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Rosalie, you're up next. Which camera is the newest?
The 250Z is the newest camera.
Perfect. It's the newest camera, right? New, one syllable, so it gets something added to the end of it. All right, Luis, which camera is the most powerful?
The 750 XL is the most powerful camera.
Most powerful camera. Perfect. And then which camera is the largest, Rosalie?
Largest. The
It's a tricky question.
That is a tricky question. What do you think? I guess just looking at them, let's say.
Yes, I think so. The XL.
Yeah.
Maybe
for
the
me too.
XL,
Maybe,
the 750,
maybe the 750 XL
right?
is the
Because
more
largest
large.
means it's which one is the
Yes,
most
it's
big, which
most
one's the
bigger.
biggest. Exactly. I'm gonna guess that one too, the
The-
750 XL.
The 750. Okay.
Okay.
Ah,
And then-
okay, okay. Now I see.
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. So the 750 XL is what?
Yes.
Is it the most large or the largest?
Most large?
Are you sure?
Largest.
Largest,
Yes.
right? Because large, even though it's long, it's only one syllable.
Mhm.
All right, perfect. Ooh, and this is going to get fun. Okay, Ada, you're up next. So I'll go ahead and read this one so we have an example. So this person wrote the 100X is the leastest expensive camera. The leastest expensive. Does that sound right?
Nope.
No. So they got rid of that and they wrote it correctly, which is the 100X is the least expensive camera. Right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll read it because I don't want you guys to practice reading the wrong thing. Okay, but I want you guys to tell me what the correct sentence is. Okay? So number two, Ada, you're up. The summer solstice is the most long day.
The summer solstice is the longer day.
The longer day or the long day?
Longest.
The longest.
Good, the longest day. You were
Yeah.
almost correct, right? Because longer is just when it's two. When it's all of them, it's the est, right?
Longest. Uh-huh.
Perfect, we got it. All right, Rosalie, would you do number three? My teacher is the most smart teacher I've ever had.
My teacher is the most smart teacher I have. My teacher is
Let's look right here.
smart.
Let's look right here. Most smart. So smart, it's one syllable.
Smartest.
Good. Perfect.
Is
That's
the
exactly it.
smartest teacher.
Yep, we got it. So my teacher is the smartest. And we'll just hit period after that.
Mhm.
I think I'm funny. Okay. All right, Luis. The most cheapest prices are online. The most cheapest prices are online.
Okay. The 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 okay the
Most cheap?
the most cheap, yeah, the most cheap price are online.
Cheap.
Cheap, the most cheap
The
price.
cheapest price.
It's just one syllable.
One
syllable?
cheapest.
Cheapest. Good. We
Cheapest.
got it. There you go. Rosalie had it. The
The-
cheapest prices are online. We got it.
Okay, cheapest.
How does that keep happening? What is going on here? Okay. The cheapest prices are online.
Cheapest.
Mhm.
Cheapest. Okay? So everybody, cheap. Cheap.
Cheap.
Cheap.
Cheap.
Cheap.
Cheap.
Cheap.
Cheapest.
The cheapest, right? Not the cheapest, the
Not
cheapest.
The cheapest.
Cheapest.
Okay.
E.
Cheapest.
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 Good. The
Cheapest.
cheapest prices are online.
Cheapest.
Cheapest
Cheapest.
price online.
Cheapest price are online.
Perfect.
Cheapest. Cheapest.
I think we
Okay.
got it. You guys feeling okay about superlatives?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah? Okay, so
Cheapest.
if it's one syllable, we add to the end. And if it's more than one, we add to the beginning.
Okay.
Okay? This is basically the easiest way to remember it. And those things change depending on what we're trying to say. But that's the best way to remember it. Before and after, one syllable after, more syllables beginning.
Mm.
All right. We're going to skip this last piece here just because I'm worried about time. We only have about 10 minutes left. And we have one more page left to do. Okay. Oh, shoot. I have to reshare my screen. I always do this, guys. I'm so sorry. All right, let me reshare again, but with sound this time.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you guys ready to listen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
What we'll do is we'll go through, I think what we'll do is we'll go through and I'll pause after the answer so that we can answer it, or would you guys rather listen all the way and then answer questions? So it's listen,
We can
question,
listen,
question, or all listen, then all questions.
maybe all listen and then
All listen?
question.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. All right, let's do it. If you want to do it the hard way, Luis, you can.
3. A job to do.
Can you guys
Page
see that?
42.
Yeah.
Lesson 3. Grammar. Exercise 3.
My name is Lynn. I'm an office manager for a large insurance company. I usually order all of our office supplies from Office Star or Business Max. For everyday items like paper and file folders, Office Star is usually less expensive than Business Max. For special items like printer ink, Office Star is the most expensive. But I've noticed that the people who work at Business Max are not as helpful as the people who work at Office Star. And the salespeople at Office Star are more knowledgeable than the salespeople at Business Max. The online order form for Business Max is as easy to use as the form for Office Star. Oh, and I almost forgot. When I order from Office Star, my orders arrive faster than my orders from Business Max. They arrive in 48 hours or less, or they're free.
That's awesome, right?
What?
Which one would you guys order from? Office Star or Business Max? I think she made a very compelling argument for Office Star, right? What do you guys think? That's okay. That was a lot, huh?
Yeah.
So let's read question number 1. Okay,
Okay.
so what it wants us to do is circle the statement that means the same as what Lynn says. Okay?
Okay.
So we're looking for synonyms here. And it's when Rosalie pointed out early that cheap and least expensive mean the same thing. That is going to come into play here. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay, so Business Max is usually more expensive than Office Star, or is Office Star as expensive as Business Max? We remember?
Mm.
That's okay. I'm going to hit play and we'll listen just through that one piece, okay? So listen for this one question, okay?
3.
My name is Lynn. I'm an office manager for a large insurance company. I usually order all of our office supplies from Office Star or Business Max. For everyday items like paper and file folders, Office Star is usually less expensive than Business Max.
Okay,
Office Star,
it's B.
Mhm.
is it B? Office Star is usually, what did she say, less expensive,
Less
Less.
expensive.
Listing.
right? So Office Star is usually less expensive than Business Max, right?
Mm.
So which one of these is the answer? Which one of these is similar to that?
Mhm.
Office Star is less expensive than Business Max.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Business
Yeah.
Max is
usually.
usually more expensive than
It's a
Office
sign
Star.
of the star. Yeah.
Good, good,
Mm.
Rosalie. Okay, we have least expensive, right? Less expensive.
Okay.
Mm.
But then they switched it, right? And they were saying, well, Business Max is more expensive.
Mm.
Office Star is least expensive,
Least, yeah.
Less expensive.
right?
Mm.
Tricky. That's what I like this one because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you gotta know your synonyms, you gotta know word placement. It's kind of hard, but I like it. Okay, you gotta think.
Mhm.
Okay, number 2. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Mhm.
For special items like printer ink, Office Star is the most expensive. But
Okay. For things like printer ink, Office Star is more expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Things like printer ink, Office Star is more expensive. Is that what they said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Is the A printer
A,
printer E is yeah
right? Printer ink at Business Max is less
less
expensive than at
expensive than
Office Star,
Office Star.
right?
Mhm.
So if it's more expensive at Office Star, that means it's less
Less
expensive
expensive.
at
Yeah.
Business Max. We got it. I think we're picking it up, okay?
Okay.
Okay, number 3, this next one. Okay, Rosalie, this one's all yours, so you have to answer it, okay?
Let me try.
You got it, I'm sure. Okay, so let's start listening, everyone. She might need help,
Mhm.
so everyone listen.
Mm.
I've noticed that the people who work at Star is the most expensive. But I've noticed that the people who work at Business Max are not as helpful as the people who work at Office Star.
I've noticed the people who work at Business Max are not as helpful as the people who work at Office Star.
Mhm.
They're not as helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means, oh, it's for Rosalie. I'm sorry. Mhm.
People
Let
um,
B.
are less helpful. What?
So the people at Business Max are less helpful than the people at Office Star. Okay,
Ah, okay. B.
B,
The
you
people
got it.
are, yes. Mm-hmm.
The people at Office Star are more helpful,
More, yes. Mm-hmm.
right? I like these. They're tricky, but it's good to think.
Yeah.
It's good to think like this, okay? All right, Ada, you're up next. Number 4.
Okay.
And the salespeople at Office Star are more knowledgeable than the salespeople at Business Max.
Okay. The salespeople at Office Star are more knowledgeable than the salespeople at Business Max.
A.
A. Good. The salespeople at Business Max are less knowledgeable than the salespeople at Office Star, right? Office Star,
Mhm.
more knowledgeable. Business Max, less knowledgeable,
Less.
right? We're getting it. We're getting it. Okay. Luis, you're number 5. You ready?
You okay? Yeah.
All right.
The online order form for BusinessMax is as easy to use as the form for OfficeStar.
The order form for BusinessMax is as easy to use as the form from OfficeStar.
Yeah. I think so. Isn't is the contraction for is not? Isn't?
Yes.
Okay, I think so. Is the letter A.
So the order form for BusinessMax isn't as easy to use as the form for OfficeStar. Let's listen again and make sure that's what it says.
Okay.
Star are more knowledgeable than the salespeople at BusinessMax.
Okay.
The online order form for BusinessMax is as easy to use as the form for OfficeStar.
So the form for BusinessMax is as easy to use as the form for OfficeStar. So
Okay.
as easy as.
Both online
Both
are
online.
both